Listen.
There is no rebooting that story right now, and I don't think it's a good idea at all. Okay. Nobody should do that. Look, I know this means a lot to some of you, so let's get through it so we can be done.
So the follow-up to the Teen Choice Award winner for Best Love Scene has a new flip by Netflix starring people who weren't even born when the first one came out. And I thought I had seen the first one, but it turns out I had actually just seen Not Another Teen Movie.
I don't like Sundays.
Oh, it's not a Sunday. It's a banana split.
Talk about America's ass. So it was crazy going back and watching the original for a double feature, only to find out that M. Night Shyamalan ghost wrote the script to the first, even coming up with the classic line,
My bet? Am I a bet?
So what a twist. This new one comes from the same screenwriter as the first, and has the same director who did Freaky Friday and Mean Girls, and honestly, Netflix must be really happy with themselves with this pickup, because in true streaming fashion, half of it just ends up being an ad.
Can I get some KFC to go?
Yeah, sure.
Let me explain. So like the first, you got yourself the story of a super popular student getting into more colleges than Elle from The Kissing Booth, and then being publicly embarrassed as they get dumped in front of everyone. This time around, their main update is through social media by getting people who I honestly did not know were so massive that it feels like they're the ones doing Netflix a favor.
I mean, if you could buy stock in all of them, you would buy their stock because...
We should find out if they're publicly traded.
Honestly, like, how she got more subscribers than HBO Max? The movie, like Netflix, embraces the drama and how fast content is consumed.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Because trends do move really quick. Like, nothing's funnier than kids goofing on 80s and 90s trends just for them to be recording things like this with their cracked up iPhones.
Almost $3,000 for, tell me what you do again?
Yeah, when it comes to paying the plumber, she remembers, huh? This time around, Paget, our main character, is an influencer who, after having her massive breakup be live streamed for everybody, ends up sinking under her 1 million subscribers to a measly 800K. And it's crazy to think that we used to not go to school for things like strep throat, right? Pink eye. She's ditching because of an Insta Live. Courtney plays her manager, which is why she's ready to drop her the moment that she becomes a meme, because that's not the image that she wants for her company.
Sweetie, I am your biggest supporter, but until you turn things around, don't talk to me.
Seems on brand for them. Because of her viral video, her college plans end up in jeopardy since all of her sponsors have dropped her, but what she's missing in ads, Netflix practically makes the core of this story, because like damn.
We cleaned out all the sun chips.
Lucky Charms.
Eating free Pizza Hut is what we're doing.
Insta-perfect corporate sponsor trade? I mean, something had to give.
Netflix really soaking up Moran's in a bounty quicker picker-upper. Since she practically glowed up her last ex, and that's kind of what made them both famous, she decides that she's going to recreate that again and groom another prom queen, which will help her reboost her image and get her sponsors back. However, her friend's game plan is to set her up with a bet to steal her followers, her mans, and prom queen right from under her. The bet this time around is a dude named Cameron who... they made this dude look like a Geico caveman if he shopped at a Zoomies. Like Laney in the first, he's in his artsy bag, always taking pictures that he never posts. He's got a best friend who loves wearing overalls like Senior Froggy did in the original, and he's also just as triggered.
Fascists! Simon Boggs, there are children in Mexico who have already been up for 3 hours making clothes for corporate America.
And she does realize that those parties in the book represent the shallowness of the ruling class, right?
Sadly, that is the appeal.
Netflix also continues to refuse to give this man a stable father, so he's busy parenting horses, which Paget uses as a way to ride him to prom.
I just want to say thank you for this morning. My butt is so sore. I could barely walk.
Ma'am.
Thanks for having my ass.
Ma'am, I'm sensing a pattern. In the middle of trying to revamp this dude, they literally stopped the movie so that Addison can do a little audition for the rest of Hollywood as she sings and dances until her ex shows up, causing this boy to pull a Troy Bolton as they begin to kindle the start of something new. They're soaring free all throughout LA as he tries to humanize her and remind her, telling her about the normal everyday people who are out there living their lives for themselves and out their numbers.
They're not strangers. They're followers.
And I guess there are also obstacles when you're trying to film mid-pandemic. I will say, I did like their side friends. You know, it is one of those Netflix cliches where they're just barely scratching off a checklist with its characters, but yeah, at least they were there for their besties.
Back off, sleazeball! If you do anything to hurt him, I'll put a croquembouche in your croquem face. You feel me? Okay.
Like Culkin in the first, Cameron's sister is obsessed with the popular kid, but I'm not gonna lie, this little girl was a switch.
But I think you're just jealous.
Of what?
Jordan's this super popular guy in your grade, and you're just I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I have the best brother ever.
She even took a couple lines from the parody.
He's my brother. Just by blood, though, so.
You're my sister.
Only by blood.
That said, this movie did make me like Tanner a lot more, since you can tell that he's a big rom-com fan. Like, you can tell this boy binged all the classics before filming. He had a notebook there studying just so that he can summon his inner Gosling for his takes.
So I was a bet.
No.
No, I was a fucking bet.
Not to mention, he Cobra Kai'd that dude so bad, they greenlit a 5th season the same day. Obviously, the movie hits the same beats as the first one, with them coming together, falling apart, but I did not expect this man to gallop himself back in. And while the movie may not stay in people's minds longer than a TikTok, the best thing it does is to not deny how integral people's online personas have become. Like, not just from a social level when it deals with people and friends, but even college look at it, that it affects how people live.
I chronicle everything. It's my job.
And that brings me to the new reality show. The idea that in the first, they were dealing with the show The Real World, which played a big factor in terms of Lillard's character, who was actually studying his lines for what's supposed to be a non-scripted show. And honestly, that's practically become TikTok and YouTube. There's no need for MTV to put you in a house when the squads are all buying up the sets themselves. They're already the cast. Their life is the script.
That's okay. My fans love my vulnerability.
Wait, you guys aren't recording?
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Oh my god. Guys. All right, come on. I need another take.
Okay, got this.
Y'all ain't on it, bro. On fault now. Let me see that.
Always be recording.
Honestly, the only thing they don't document is when they pry on young girls. In terms of the acting, I'm not saying that it's great, you know, she was passing out invisible flyers, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, or as other Netflix movies have been. Like, yeah, there are moments where it just comes in at the bare minimum, like they're just trying to film reaction gifs.
Now all they have is mango. I hate mango. It's a terrible flavor.
But for a majority of the movie, when Addison is playing an influencer and being chirpy, obviously she's got that down since that's what she does, but whenever she needs to get serious in any way, shape, or form, like, you know it's rough when they have to cut to a wide mid-emotion.
I don't know. Maybe there's just a sense there was more to you than what you let everyone see.
And what if I like it that way?
Well, then, that really breaks my heart.
This girl. Overall, it's exactly the type of Netflix rom-com that I expected it to be. It doesn't match the original, but at least tries to adapt it for the social media age, as influencers have become stars, theatrical has gone streaming, and the line between ads and content continues to mesh into one. That said, I'm glad Lillard got a check just to goof off more than he did with Shaggy.
I'm not really in the movie. I'm just here today at the junket for free food. So
thank you all for watching this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Did you like it? Are you a big Addison Rae fan? You were gonna love it no matter what. Are you curious to see how else they're going to adapt things? I know that a lot more TikTokers are gonna get like full-on shows. All I know is that as they're rebooting everything, all I'm asking is, please do not butcher A Walk to Remember. Like, I know one of the main reasons that they made this one was because Miramax, all the producers, they're looking back at their catalog and trying to reboot any big IP they have, so expect a lot more on the horizon. I'm curious to see what your fan casting would be, what you would like to see be remade, what good spin they could put on it, because at a certain point, not everything could just be rebooted with a social media edge. Like, that's also going to get boring, but we'll see where they take it, you know? Until next time, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this one or any other Netflix specials or movies or TV shows, all that. And until next time, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll send you some KFC and Pizza Hut.